Cool. And straight into Lucky Dip.
Yay.
I wasn't supposed to come up to the bowl this week, was I? Because I didn't do it.
You were. What, you haven't done it?
I have. You just can't see them. And I will just read them down here. What the movies are.
How's it going, everybody? Lucky Dip time. Ben has got a bowl full of Lucky Dips.
No, I really don't.
Sam, have you got a teacup full of Lucky Dips?
I do. Well, I did have a teacup. Now,
Oh, no.
well, I wanted to use my teacup. And so I had to find something else. And so I found this little thing.
Oh,
Anyway.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter knockouts. What were the things that were in there originally?
Actually, I got it here.
Oh, so
Oh,
you
right.
had to actually empty the can to put your Lucky Dips in.
Well, I would empty it anyway because I want to put it on my desk.
Fair enough. I also
You can't contain Ryu.
I also have some Lucky Dips, so maybe you and I can take in turns do a few.
Yeah, cool. Sounds
You want to
good.
go first? And Ben, you can
I
just
feel like a
sit
real-
there and yeah.
I feel like a real piece of shit.
Did you bring your mug this week, mate? Did you bring your mug?
I can get it. It's in the other room.
No, you're a piece of shit. Just stay where you are, mate.
I don't use mugs because I don't drink hot beverages because I am a child.
And you don't
I
like
don't
to
drink
you don't like
alcohol.
to promote.
I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink hot beverages. I don't like wine.
What do you drink?
I drink soft drink like the child that I am. I eat lollies. I drink soft drink. I have cheese on toast for breakfast. I am a child.
Do you cut the crusts off?
No, I desperately want curly hair.
Well, that's very mature of you.
No, it's just not happening.
They're quite curly.
Look, this does grow in, unfortunately. But I am like, it comes to the point now where if I'm being chased down the street, all I have to do is jump into someone's front yard and stand still, and they think I'm a garden gnome. It's working out really well.
Sam, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
Horrible Bosses.
It's quite a cast in that one.
Yeah, I love Horrible Bosses. It makes me laugh like an idiot every single time I see it. Never gets old.
Shout out to fat bald Colin Farrell.
Yes, who is brilliant in that
He's
role.
brilliant, sleazy Colin Farrell. Like, I
What came
love it.
first? What came first? Colin Farrell in Horrible Bosses or Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder, I think.
I think Tropic Thunder, yeah.
Mm,
As Len Grossman.
Yeah.
very similar.
I think it's Tropic Thunder was first. It's funny that everyone talks about Tom Cruise, Len Grossman. No one talks about Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
That's
Well,
so true.
At the time, it was the controversy, and now
Yeah.
it's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. can.
Adam-
He's a national hero. He can do whatever he wants.
Adam referenced it on Monday's show, and because he chose Tropic Thunder, and he mentioned that fact that he kind of gets away with it because the actor he's playing is so into what he's doing that
Yeah.
he thinks it's legitimate, which is a fair point. So I think there's an argument made when you try to come after Robert Downey Jr. for that one. It's very defensible.
Yeah, that's true.
Horrible Bosses. Do you like part 2?
I do. I like
Yeah.
both. I own both on Blu-ray. And
I've only
they're
seen
great.
either of them or both of them once.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Jason Bateman and Charlie Day and Jason Sudeikis together are just so funny
Yeah.
as a threesome. They're hilarious. And I don't know, it's just so funny. I don't know why I like it so much, to be honest.
Here's a question for you. Would you rather Horrible Bosses or Office Space?
It would have to be Horrible Bosses. I do love Office Space, but
Can we cut her off the show now? hang up on that.
I can't stress enough how much I thought this movie was so funny. And Office Space is so good, but it's also like it's quite dry humor in a lot of it as well. Whereas this is quite I don't know. It's very much like of those actors that like they do that all the time. They're basically playing themselves.
Yep. Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to go next. Good one. And I don't know what that's going to be.
Splash. Is that the Mermaid one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah and young Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And John Candy. Can't forget John Candy. And I think Eugene Levy pops up in there somewhere.
Oh, really? He's in everything.
And they cut out Daryl Hannah's ass from the Disney Plus.
Oh, did they?
Version of Splash. They retconned it because kids can't handle boobs and bums.
But doesn't Disney
seen them?
I mean,
they
doesn't
don't have them?
Disney Plus have that new avenue or whatever you call it, new tier?
Yeah, Star.
Star.
Yeah, so is it cut out of Star because Star kind of has all the adult content?
It's cut off the release. Like it's only on the all digital versions of it. So the old Blu-ray, which is out of print, has the uncut.
Yeah.
And who would have like? I usually have this conversation with movie nerds about gore films, and is this complete? Does this have? It's got the 10 minutes of the violent head cutting and the pissing scenes left in it with the girl and the wedding.
Not the pissing guy again.
And the pissing guy again. And now I'm having this conversation about Splash of all films. It's ridiculous. It's like, they censored in Gremlins. They have removed the scene where they put the gremlin in the microwave because we found that kids have been doing it to babies. It's ridiculous.
I don't know how they can think that. Like, how many people would possibly have complained for them to do it?
Disney is so terrified of being cancelled. Like,
yeah, I guess.
So. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago regarding Malcolm and whether or not the Blu-ray release had the theatrical cut with the sex scene. You know, but Splash, it's a fantastic film. As anyone that's listened to our show for a long time will know, I do enjoy Splash 2 as well. But
of course,
we needn't talk about that.
Who's the mermaid in Splash 2, Glenn?
Is it Amy Irving? Was that who it was? No, Amy...
Yazbek.
Yazbek, that's it. Yazbek.
John Ritter's wife.
Yes.
From Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Oh, yes. Oh, she's amazing.
And the interesting thing about that one, even though we're talking about the first film Disney released through Touchstone, was it, Ben?
Yes.
And
so it's not even a Disney film, it's a Touchstone film.
Yeah, which was, at the time, that was Disney's like adult label. And then part 2, they released as a Disney movie on the Disney Channel. So that was like a completely G-rated movie. And I think, is it Martin... Who's the guy that played John Candy's character in the sequels? It's not Martin Donovan, that's the other guy.
Is it Martin Mull?
No. Fat guy that was in everything back then. Donovan Scott, I think his name was. He was in Police Academy. Fat guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
The guy from Coming to America who works at the McDonald's.
No, wasn't that Louis Anderson?
Yeah. Is that the guy you're talking about?
No.
You're talking about Sweet Chuck.
Donovan Scott. Louis Anderson wasn't in Police Academy. Let's bring him up. Let's just do what we do here.
Google it.
Yeah, one fat guy. They all look the same to me, man.
Yeah, that's him. Hang on. Oh, God, they've only got photos of him now.
Is it the villain from Pee Wee Herman?
Oh, yeah. I recognize him.
Yeah, okay. A poor man's John Candy.
There we go. It's a better one.
Yeah.
Very Louis Anderson-esque.
I thought it was Louis Anderson in Police Academy and Coming to America. It was the same guy. I thought it was the same guy.
No.
Splash. I was wrong.
Go ahead, Sam.
Once again, I've proven myself to be a piece of shit.
Hey, at least you're not getting fact check on YouTube like I am.
Well, I didn't want to. During the podcast, a couple of times you referred to Marty Feldman as Martin Freeman.
Yeah,
I was like,
I know.
I'm gonna let that slide because I enjoy the comments.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wait, there's comments?
Care. So I think if you go back and watch the video, I don't know if you go back and watch the video as you're talking about, you can see my face going. and then like look off screen while I'm going onto YouTube, onto IMDb going.
Was that the Disney
Mark
comment?
Feldman?
Oh no, you're talking about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can... I don't know what you're talking about. I removed it. Christmas Vacation. Wow.
What a classic.
Oh, so good. So good.
Although I do like Christmas Vacation too.
Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
With Randy.
With Randy.
Oh, actually, no, I think I did. I don't think I ever watched it because I didn't want it to like ruin the first
I'm looking
one.
at it. Do you want to see the cover?
Yeah.
The best one really is Vegas Vacation.
Oh, no, Christmas Vacation's the best one, for sure.
Christmas Vacation is great, but in Vegas Vacation, they go to the Not Quite Right Casino where they play games like What Number Am I Thinking Of? And Quotes.
That's probably the second. For me, that's the second best.
That's
And
Hang
then
on, you're not serious.
Yeah.
You're not serious.
What?
Vegas Vacation's terrible.
no, Vegas Vacation.
No,
is
the
best
second, the for me, well, see, I don't really like European Vacation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is a different film. It's a different kind of film to the rest.
So that's like my least favorite.
I do love it, though.
First, and then
one. I like it because there's a sex tape in it.
And Pig in a Poke. That's inappropriate.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Not as inappropriate as a tap on the taint, but
Oh yeah. No, I do recognize that cover actually.
Yeah.
is that Drew Struzan artwork? Is it a photo or is it?
No, it's
Yeah, it's like a painting.
It looks like it does look a bit like a Drew Struzan kind of.
And this will mean nobody. This will mean nothing to anybody. But it was written by Maddie Simmons, one of the founders of National Lampoon's.
You are correct, Glenn. It's nothing to anyone.
I thought you were fact checking me there.
I'll have to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Oh no! Don't bother. That's me being a completist. Like I have the whole series, so I need to have that one in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Definitely worth watching.
once.
Once. Say you've done it.
That's true.
One more.
It's like eating frog's legs.
I haven't
Or
had
snails.
frogs. I've had snails. I haven't had frogs legs.
Both are quite delicious.
Mm.
My brother is a chef, and he made frog's legs for us. No, he made escargot for us, and it was just.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I had it in France, and it was fine.
That's
It was
a good place to have
garlicky.
it. Yeah, well, the garlic snails, aren't they?
Yeah. Death in Brunswick.
It feels like a plant.
Did we reference that on the show?
Yeah. Because we're.
At the very beginning.
No,
I think
it wasn't on the show. It was in between.
It wasn't actually on the show. We were talking about it
Oh.
off mic.
Now they think we're
As they
lying.
say.
We're telling the truth.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Glenn
know.
just cut it.
This video is confusing enough as it is. So, Death in Brunswick is a fantastic movie. That's what Sam Neill and John Clark.
I have never seen it because we did not watch it in school. And so I avoided watching it because I was like, I'm going to have to watch this for school anyway. And then when our term came around, we watched Schindler's List instead.
How is Death in Brunswick suitable for a school
I
assignment?
couldn't tell you. I haven't seen it.
It's always referenced. But I can't remember why.
There's that great scene that did actually make the trailer, if I'm not mistaken, where John Clark and Sam Neill are carrying a corpse through the cemetery. They've dug it up and they've got to move it, and it farts as they're walking. And they're trying to work out which of the three of them farted, and then they realize it was the corpse. Oh, that's fantastic! Great film. Zoe Carides is in that one. I can't remember who directed it though, but good film.
It's a classic. I feel like it's a classic. Maybe it's because, I think it is always talked about in film school because it is like the Australian type.
Blows my mind though. This is a film I do love, but the fact that it's that well regarded that they study it, that was never a thing for me.
It was always just mentioned. We never actually watched it in one of our screenings or anything.
Okay, cool. I had no idea it resonated like that.
I think it's a matter of when the distributor brings it out, and Madman has done this on it with a couple of other films, not that they did it with this one, but they released like study notes. They put together a pack, and the teachers go, "Well, I have to do 0 work."
Yeah.
That's smart.
Not this one on the old syllabus.
I imagine Proof was another one. The
Proof definitely was a school film.
Yeah.
I don't think
Along with Romeo and Juliet. Franco Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet.
Sam, what did you study film-wise in high school? Like just one of them?
in high school. Ugh. High school was really bad. We did that. What was it called? My friend Claire's gonna hate me for not remembering.
Playing Beat Bo.
It had what's his name?
I love this.
I'm gonna Google
Tom Cruise?
No, it's Australian. We did Holes. That was good. Holes
With Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, yeah. Because we read the book.
Did you go to? I keep forgetting that. Well, I don't keep forgetting, but it constantly surprises me that not everyone is the same age as me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like Cold is a kids film. Like it was like. Like it wasn't made while I was in high school.
I reckon there'll be some holes discussed on an upcoming show.
Ooh.
With some hole tapping.
Anthony LaPaglia, it has him in it, and I'm just trying to find...
Lantana.
Yes, Lantana. Oh, I hated it so much. We did that in high school.
I do like the film, but yeah, when you watch films in school, they become tedious and
it was just really boring at the time. Honestly, I didn't like it so much. I haven't rewatched it. So I might like it now. I don't know, or appreciate
you might.
it.
Is that Ray Lawrence who directed that? I think he's a pretty good filmmaker.
I'm not sure. I have to.
But we watched Cry Freedom. That was one of ours. The David Attenborough film.
Oh.
Denzel Washington and Kevin Kline.
Haven't seen it.
I was in my head for some reason. I was thinking of that Bryce Courtney movie with. Is it Stephen Dorff?
Oh, that one. That was a quiet. The one with Morgan Freeman. Power of One.
Power of One.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's that? Daniel Craig is the South African.
Is he
racist?
Excellent.
Like he's one of the he's very young. He's like one of the kind of the South African cops.
That would have been around the time he did the episode of Young Indiana Jones.
And around the time he did, he was in the Hornblower. He was in a Hornblower movie.
Love a good hornblower.
Ian Grufford. I do love a hornblower. Who is he? I after because we had a long discussion about Young Indiana Jones a little while ago.
Yeah.
And I pulled out my season 1 box set, and I forgot that the first movie is Indiana Jones as a little kid.
Yeah.
And not the ones that I want the Sean Patrick Flannery ones.
I think the first
when
4.
does it get to that?
The first 4 are him as a little kid.
Because I used to watch the other ones on TV, like the ones we could have actually talked about it on the show this week, because there is one where he's working in Hollywood as a screenwriter.
Oh. And
there's the one that Harrison Ford appeared in about the jazz singer, and I think that's kind of Hollywood based as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they were, even though it is a TV series, but they felt like they were actually like movie length. Episode.
It's funny. I mean, here we go again talking about it, but the intention was they were supposed to be mini films, and it was presented as like a movie of the week. Each episode was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 70 minutes long, something like that. And for the release that we've got on DVD, when they did the box sets, they removed the bookends, which had old senior Indiana Jones with the eye patch, which is a shame. That stuff was pretty good, and they made them into actual movies.
Why would you do it?
Why
would you remove stuff?
Yeah. Well, because what the intention was George Lucas thought he could get a revival going and actually then flow these onto like another series that would join up with the Indiana Jones movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. It just seems like the reason people buy these TV shows is because they remember them fondly.
Yep.
And then you go and change them so they're not what people remember fondly.
Yeah.
Well, you may know the box sets, which are fantastic, but they've the episodes themselves, the storylines have been completely retrofitted to make them into a different narrative to what the original show was. So they're in a different order now, and they sort of make a fluent kind of timeline.
Right.
Whereas the TV show didn't. It kind of bounced between.
Bounced around. Yeah, it was just random.
Yeah.
Like one week he'd be fighting in the trenches of World War One, and then the next week he's in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then he's
Pancho
writing with
Villa.
Pancho Villa.
Yeah, that's it.
And which they do reference Pancho Villa in Crystal Skull, which is nice.
I know, that got me so excited.
It's probably it's one of the better things about.
Oh,
Crystal
fuck, here
Skull.
we go. All right. You know, interesting. Look out for an article in Stack Magazine where once again I do defend Crystal Skull. I was you were there, mate, when my editor asked me to do it.
I was there. It was like, and even Scott, to his credit, had trouble keeping a straight face.
He knows. Like, he gives me shit about it all the time, and he goes, "How about you defend it in print?"
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker. Here we go.
I think that's how he introduces you at parties. He's like, "Hey, Glenn, come over here. This guy likes Crystal Skull. Tell him, Glenn, tell him."
I do.